While we're having fun, let's watch the most racist video to hit socials in a long time. It's fun. This is fun stuff. Look at this lady. She reminds me of a Star Wars character.
Superior at.
Exactly what white people are superior at.
They're real good at violence.
Violence. Genocide.
It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
Man, look how violent I am,
and
dude.
You know this is happening, and you say nothing, then you're a killer too.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity, pretending,
Fear,
being fearful of nothing,
Being ignorant.
Blame.
letting their egos control their every move.
Oh, look at that hair.
Superior at being dicks.
What exactly are white people
Look at that
superior
hair.
at?
Oppression, gaslighting,
lack of empathy.
intellectualizing,
Look
oppression.
at that hair.
Did I say oppression?
What exactly are white people superior
That looks
at?
nice.
Taking what's not there. Taking shit.
Not
Taking
well,
our ideas.
Copycatting.
Gentrification.
Appropriating things that do not belong to them.
Taking over.
I don't think I've copycatted anything that a black person would ever do on a YouTube live stream tonight. Just to be clear, if I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. I don't think I've copycatted anything. Not to have any kind of division here. I actually love black people. I have black friends. They're great people. This is not black people. This is media feeding division in order to divide and conquer, which is what I've been talking about. Man, black people are cool, dude. I love black people. White people are cool, man. Mexicans are cool. Asians are cool. Everyone's cool, dude. It's just this whole false kind of gaslighting mentality that we're all different. We all hate each other. I judge by character. Somehow that makes you an ist. That's true. That's true. It does. And according to today's cultural standards.
Over other people's cultures and making you believe that they invented it.
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
As my grandma
That
would say,
lady's woman, that woman's voice is lower than mine. That woman's got a low voice.
Taking over other people's cultures and making you believe that they invented it.
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
as my grandma would say, then
I
white
kind of like her voice, actually. Look at this guy's hair. He's got the worst man bun.
folk, they'll take it if
I
you
like
don't
his cross necklace. But
copyright it.
They
I
are
don't
very
think he believes
good
in God.
at destruction of land, destruction of people, destruction of humanness.
Republican, whether you're Democrat, whether you're conservative, like white people.
I'm gonna point and laugh. That earring,
Are really
the dangly earring, looks like you got it out of a claw machine back in 1997 and just hooked it onto your damn ear. probably paid a lot for it. Ah, looks like shit.
good at upholding white supremacy.
I only make fun of people who are shitheads, all right? People who hate people. If this was just a nice guy saying, hey, I'm here to be friendly with everyone and I accept everyone's beliefs, wouldn't make fun of them. You all bosses know that. I don't punch down. But when someone's going with some of this gaslighting bullshit like this, I'm gonna point and laugh.
How dare you?
How
What'd I
about
do?
claiming that, they are actually a whole separate race when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
So what exactly are white people superior at?
Honey, lying,
Is that
stealing,
true? Can we fact check that?
and cheating,
Manipulation.
withholding information.
Lying,
Telling lies.
Wow. We're in a real predicament nowadays, a real predicament. Where people just don't see eye to eye anymore, man. Like, it's getting scary out there, dude. It's getting scary. How to be safe about a lot of things, including free speech, First Amendment, Second Amendment, the firearms, everything like that. Like, it's all part of having your rights, but like right now they don't want us to have those anymore. Anyways, I wanted to tie this one in with that one in with this one. And when I first saw this, I mean, I'm still not like for this guy, I still don't agree with this guy. This guy says some like crazy things, but also some things that make sense, And I don't want more division. I want people to get along. But like, where's the division come from? You have to ask yourself, who is dividing who? That's the real question. Because I'm out here trying to unite people. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what skin color you are. I don't care if you're trans or gay. I'll have you on Hoffcast as long as you're not going to diddling kids or anything like that. You know, I don't care about anything like that. I honestly don't. And maybe you think, Hoff, you're not based enough or Christian enough because you do have some kind of compassion for people who are maybe lost in my opinion, in my eyes. But if they're lost, maybe we can bring them back, you know. And that's why I never give up on people, you know, unless they just give up on me. That's when I give up on you, is when you give up on me. Then that's the way it works. That's the way it works with Hoff.
Don't give up on us, baby.
Let's check this out. This is the creator of the comic Dilbert under fire for some of the statements he's made recently. And no one's even read Dilbert in like 28 years. But somehow he's back on the map for saying some spicy things. And that's, you know, that's how you get back on the map, baby. You say spicy things, I guess.
As requested, I wrote the business plan to show profitability by year 3.
Yes, but regardless, I think he's speaking the truth on some portions of it. Also, I think he's being a little bit too harsh as well. Yeah.
Rasmussen asked, you know, white and black voters, and probably others, do you disagree or agree with the statement, it's okay to be white? 26% of blacks said no. It's not okay to be white. 21% weren't sure.
Well, dang, you wear blackface, then you're doubly like screwed. So there's no win.
Add them together, that is 47% of black respondents were not willing to say it's okay to be white. So if you know, nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, you know, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just
here's where I'm going to disagree with this guy. All right. Here's where I don't like this guy. I'm going to be very clear about this. This man has become so rich off of Dilbert comics that he no longer lives or needs to, and this is what he talks about, in a society where he has to conversate with people who aren't like him. And in the real world, it's not like that at all. Look at his home. Look at his background. So like perfect and everything. Like everything's arranged perfectly and everything's so nice and tidy. He probably has a maid and everything. It's not like that in the real world, man. Like not like 5 out of every 10 black people you see like are trying to punch you in the face or something. That's not true at all. That's just not.
3 young men helping an elderly couple struggling to get to their car.
Take it easy, y'all.
Sheriff's Deputy Kenesha Carnegie was driving by at the time.
As I was sitting there, I looked to my left and I noticed these young men helping this elderly couple. So I went over to assist them. I jumped out my truck, I went over to assist them. And when I got there, they kind of had it under control, you know. So I thought at the time they looked really beautiful. That was a nice view to see, you know. And I stepped back and I videoed them.
Watch as they carefully lift 89-year-old Rose Grease into her car. Rose's 100-year-old husband, David, stands nearby. The men don't leave until they make sure the couple is safely inside.
Thank you so much, fellas.
Like, so this guy is totally living in some kind of false reality where he's made so much money off these comic strips, obviously, and he is getting himself away from. I'm not saying there is a lot of crime. There's a lot of bad areas, and he'll go into this, but like, he's never been there. Like, he's never had to be there. He's already been far away from that for a long time. Like, he of course he'd be so scared from reading these numbers. Of course he'd be terrified. He doesn't go out in the real world, you know. The real world, it's not like that.
Wherever you have to go, just get away, because there's no fixing this. This can't be fixed. All right, this can't be fixed. You just have to.
I disagree with that. I'm not black pilled. I have hope for the world. And I believe you can change things. This guy who just wants to just slither away from everything. That's what I was saying about that kid earlier who wanted to go off to his Christian school. It's not that bad. And you have to stick around. If you can't change things if you're not there to change them. If you just run away, things aren't going to change. They're only going to fester and get worse because we are the light in the darkness. So you run from the darkness, then the monsters will prevail. And they'll have more darkness. They'll just keep growing. The plague. So that's what I'm saying. And what I'm talking about is hate. The idea that we're different, that we need to judge people on different things, man. Like he's not wrong that there's a lot of crime that comes from like certain groups or whatever. But at the same time, he doesn't live in the real world. He doesn't. Yeah, period. If he thinks these things, it's just completely wrong.
To escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where, I have a very low black population because unfortunately there's a high correlation between the density. And this is according to Don Lemon, by the way. So here I'm just quoting Don Lemon.
Don Lemon sucks.
When he notes that when he lived in a mostly black neighborhood, there were a bunch of problems that he didn't see in white neighborhoods. So even Don Lemon sees a big difference in your own quality of living.
He's not even addressing any of the things that have to do with poverty or gentrification or any of these things. He's just saying that just because one race lives in a neighborhood that is bad and another race lives in a neighborhood that's good, that there's any correlation there. Like, it's so stupid. It's a dumb argument, and there's no hope left in this, man. And like, I wanted to agree with him. I did, but I just can't, man. I just I'm seriously, like, call me out. I don't care. I don't agree with this guy. I just don't. But he can do it. He's got the fuck you money to do it. He doesn't have to worry. That's why he's already saying these things.
And who's there? So I think it makes no sense whatsoever.
It's the same. This is the same fucking thing that makes me mad. Like, I used to like Jordan Peele from Key and Peele, and he used to be funny. Now he's like some kind of like he's some like high, like, I'm higher than thou, I'm holier than thou kind of guy.
So I'm sure many of you guys have heard the story of Jordan Peele, who's director of such films as Get Out and recently Us. Apparently, he was on stage, had an interview in which he stated that he doesn't see himself putting a white person in a lead in one of his films. And it's not that he doesn't, have anything against white people or the white dudes. It's just that he's seen that film before and it's Renaissance and yada, 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 so on and so forth.
And I won't hire any white people for my movies unless I'm going to make an ass out of them. Like, it's the same thing, man. And that's the whole divide and conquer aspect that we are living in right now. It's like, try to force these stupid things on people, like really stupid things. Like, let's talk about this. And I'm doing it. Maybe I'm guilty right now. Maybe I'm guilty, but maybe I'm trying to bring light to it and try to show you how dumb it is. I'm talking about it, which one would argue is feeding the flames, fanning the flames. On the other hand, I'm not participating. I'm showing you how dumb it is. Like all this conversation of there's no hope. Let's just separate. Like, dude, that's what they want. That's what they want. As soon as we do that we're playing right into their hands. We do that, they win because we can't stand together. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. This guy is a comic strip artist. Why does his opinion matter at all? Because it triggered people who got upset about what he said. That's why. Because triggering people is very easy nowadays if you just like speak your mind. And do I disagree with this guy on some things? Yes. Do I agree with him on a few things? A couple. But when you speak your mind, you're not just faking things and not just getting a bunch of tattoos and piercings and, breast implants that just blow up. Like, when you really speak your mind, you're honest, you're true to yourself, and you say what you're feeling, that triggers people, dude. That's what really triggers people, because they don't like the truth. They're so into this false reality, this make-believe fantasy land of getting these tattoos, transitioning their genders, living in really this kind of weird cloud of just real fantasy. They don't live in the real world, period. Rich kids, for the most part, you know, a lot of the times it's rich kids who do these things. Let's hash out the rest of this.
White citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore. It doesn't make sense. It's no longer a rational impulse. And so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to black America, because it doesn't seem like it pays off. Like I've been doing it
you could use your money to help out instead of dipping out. That's my point, dude. If you're in a position where you're so rich you can dip out, instead maybe use your money to help out. But dude's a pussy. Dude's a pussy.